Hello ladies, how are you doing today? Dr. Mobola Jeffries here. I'd like to share some thoughts with you this morning. We like to tell stories as women, and a lot of times we tell stories to anybody who would listen to us, simply because we get the attention of people when we're telling them about us, and also we can get some sympathy. I looked at the story of two men in the Bible. The first story was the story of the man who was by the pool. He had been there for 38 years. And then on the amazing day that Jesus decided to stop by the pool, Jesus asked this gentleman, "Would you like to be healed?" But this gentleman, because he already has a mentality of telling stories with the hope and purpose of just getting attention alone, he wasn't really looking for a solution. He just wanted to tell anybody who would listen how people have abandoned him, how he didn't have any help at all. After all, for 38 years, all that he has received was sympathy. The King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the one who could make his situation better, was standing in front of him, but he didn't pick that. He was used to storytelling. He had to blame the fact that there was nobody to support me, and that was his reason for being there for 38 years. Assuming he didn't really have any friends, why didn't he? How old was he when he got there? He must have at least had a relative. There is a behavior, there is an attitude of the person who is suffering which will chase people away from you. Some people are suffering, they're going through terrible things which have happened to them in life. But when they meet you, when they meet me for the first time, the first things they're telling me is how awful everybody before me has been to them. You know that it's only a matter of time before you join the group of people who have been nasty to them. There are basic things we need to deal with which will help people to help you. It is not everybody who has crossed your path in life who was meant to help you. So stop blaming people who have come in contact with you but have not been able to help you. There is an attitude of the person who is suffering which will make you remain in that suffering for a long time, and people will not be willing to help. So this man had been by the pool for 38 years. And when Jesus came, he said there was nobody to help him. And then there was another story in the Bible of a man who had been unwell for many years, and his friends carried him to get help. His friends went through all odds to get him where he would receive help. Just pause for a minute and think about these two men. Both of them had problems walking. One of them, for 38 years, nobody has been able to help him. The second one, his friends carried him on a stretcher and crossed every mountain that they could possibly cross to get him seen by the person who would help him. Yes, you have problems. Yes, there are things going on in your life. There is an attitude that would make people walk away and leave you alone with all that is happening to you. Yes. And there is an attitude that will make your friends cross every hurdle to get you to where you will receive help. Choose today where you want to be. Don't let what is happening to you turn you to a nasty person. Don't blame everybody who has ever crossed your path as though they are responsible for all that has happened to you. You will see them in church. They blame the church they were attending before. They blame the pastor they had before. They're singing your praise now as a pastor. It is only a matter of time before you join their blacklist. When they leave you, they go to another place. Every pastor they have ever met has been awful. Every minister they have met has been awful to them. That's the reason why they will never get better. There is an attitude that you have that will make you remain in your suffering position for a very long time. You will keep praying and it will seem as though help is eluding you. Look at yourself and ask, am I responsible for the fact that nobody wants to come near me to help me? Change how you treat people and how you talk about people. It is not everybody who will help you. There are people who may just come to rub your hands, to pat your back, and they go on their way and they finish their ministry. The people who you meet on the journey in life, not every one of them will help you. So why do you have this habit of talking bad about people? Some of them do the best that they can do for you. A lot of people are really ungrateful. They have an entitlement, perception about themselves. Who was supposed to help you? Really nobody outside God. If you have friends who are standing with you when you're in trouble, you should appreciate them. A lot of people are really ungrateful. I have met many of them. Before you complain about people not helping or supporting you, what is your attitude? How do you treat people? The fact that you have a problem does not make you a God. If you treat people badly, they will leave you alone and leave you in the mess that you're in. That's the truth. Everybody is working their own salvation with fear and trembling. The people who are helping you, they've got their own problem. God bless.